The iPhone vlog era has officially started. You know, I do a lot of gear videos on my channel, and that stuff is great, but truthfully, it's a lot of effort for me. The amount of time it takes me to, first off, script for a video about a piece of gear or a comparison, shooting B-roll, and having that all up to a certain standard in terms of lighting, camera, lensing, color, all these different things. And like, again, I still do love doing that, and I'm not gonna stop doing that, but I want to start creating lower effort content, but that's still of high value, because I'm finding I'm liking this iPhone or cell phone UGC styled vlog sort of thing, where you're kind of going in behind the scenes. And it's just, if you guys don't know me, my name's John Waldman. I'm doing my little intro, but I am a filmmaker based in New York. So I own a video production company. This year, I've been doing a lot more freelance camera operator jobs, director of photography jobs than I have in the past. But my actual business has been a little bit slower, so I am thankful that I have these other production companies, you know, producers, directors, agencies that want to hire me. So today I had to do a one-man band shoot, one camera, audio, lighting. So this is a production company I've been working with for a few years already, and I appreciated how they presented it to me, and I felt if I said no, then maybe in their mind it's just like, John's only in this for the money, which isn't true. And honestly, if I'm super busy, and sometimes I get these offers, especially, again, a low-paying job, a one-man band job, I would usually say no, but I'm like, let me be a team player. I like this company. I'm happy I have a working relationship with them. They'll remember this for future opportunities. So it's like, sometimes, like, obviously you need money, you got to pay rent, you got to pay your bills, and it's not like I didn't make money. I did make money, but sometimes you got to go for those below your rate jobs, because kind of think of it as a longer term investment. So maybe next time they have a brand client, I'll get my full day rate. Truthfully, it was just like a 1 hour interview. It was super easy. I'm in charge of everything, you know, cameras, lighting, audio. The producer showed me a picture of the space, and I knew it was really small. She said one of the clients, one of their coworkers, was gonna conduct the interview. And I usually try not to do the one-man band jobs anymore. They're usually low paying, and honestly, you're just doing too many things at once. So then the thing that I am best at, which is, you know, filming, lighting, cinematography, then I have to focus on other things like audio. I was on that grind for a long time, but then, you know, I got to a point where it's like, okay, this is what I offer, this is what I charge. So yeah, that was definitely the smallest room I've ever done an interview in. And I decided I wanted to bring the GoPro to the shoot to kind of film some of the behind the scenes, because maybe you're in a scenario where, you know, you're doing these one-man band interviews, jobs, and they're in small rooms, and I figured, you know, maybe I could share some of my knowledge when it comes to how I approach it, what my setup is, how I light things, and other decisions that I make regarding camera, lenses, lighting, art direction, framing, audio, all the different things. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go back to my place right now and gonna open up the computer, and I'll just start talking about some of the things that I'm seeing. So I figured I'll just give a quick breakdown of, I guess, my whole thought processes as far as, you know, this frame goes. So yeah, first thing I always like to do is set my camera up. This way you want to pick a frame. So I was rocking the FX6 today. Always have a monitor on there. Picked my frame, and then I decided right to the left of my camera, I'm gonna have the interviewer. So yeah, I wanted to have the light source being motivated to be the right. I just brought a Nanlite 300B for this. I knew we weren't gonna do anything crazy where I needed the 720. For modifier, I put on a light dome. I always usually start with 2 layers of diffusion and a grid, and then just kind of take away as needed. I think I had the color temp around like 5,000, I want to say. See, I wish I was recording like the whole thing so you kind of see the start to finish. I only have the finished frame, but I started setting up a tube light, and I guess right of the frame was pretty bland and dark, so I wanted to add some light. I might have even went all the way down to like 2700 Kelvin. I just wanted to make some separation from the key light and the background. So yeah, the tube light is essentially acting like house lights.
And then I put in another on the other side just to kind of even it out. I thought it would be weird if there was only like one side of tungsten. Also added a circular polarizer. There was some screens right behind our talent. They were coming in a little hot, so I just wanted to lower the exposure of those a little bit. The lighting was still a little bit flat and kind of harsh. Yeah, I taped this diffusion cloth up over the window, and you could kind of see here. Now the light isn't coming in as harsh. One of my big recommendations for interviews, still like try to control as much as you can. Obviously the sun moves. It was a cloudy day, so I was like, this would be perfect just to diffuse that window light a little bit. And then, so I set up a little bit of a negative fill with a 5-in-1. If you don't have a 5-in-1, that should definitely be a part of your kit. I'm using the black side, basically that helps give deeper shadows, which is what I was trying to make as much depth and shape as possible in this space. Then I set up the boom mic. I have a Sennheiser, I think it's a MKH416. For backup source, I just had a shotgun mic on camera. I kind of figured that would work fine. I was close enough, and she was wearing a sweater, so I didn't really want to deal with a lavalier, at least hiding in that. And also, I'm not a sound mixer, so this is as good as of a job as I could do. We were on a 35mm prime lens, f1.4. I want to say we were at 1.4 or 1.6. So this was only a one camera shoot, and it was by myself. I also put an Aperture MC right behind the keyboard. This kind of gives like a little pop of light. A lot of times it's just all these like little finer details that add up, and after you kind of keep adding in like little things, it just kind of makes the image better and better. And honestly, I think for a very small setup that I did all by myself, I'm honestly proud of it. I think it looks pretty solid. Sounded good, looks good. You got a nice eye light here, which is nice. I think that mostly was the window, which was kind of acting like our key, and I was just sort of supplementing with the light dome. I had to bring the key light relatively high just because, we were in like this super small room. I'll say this was definitely the smallest room I've ever worked in. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to go through and share some of my thoughts and reasoning on as to why I made certain decisions. Let me know if this kind of stuff is helpful, and let me know what you think about this kind of iPhone style vlog sort of thing. But yeah, again, I try not to do one-man band jobs a lot, but this is an old client. I like working for them. They've always treated me well, so I will always give that back to them. That's about it. I think this is the start of the vlog era, which let's see what we got. Some a cane cola thing today. Cheers. Whoosh. Bye.